YouTube, what it do? This is HxnchxTV. You now tuned in to my latest drop. And if you made it this far, go ahead and give yourself a pat on the back. And just know, your time here is highly respected and greatly appreciated here on this channel. So without further ado, let's get into the video.
It's very common for women to say that they hate lustful men, that they hate overly sexual men. And whenever they describe these men, we always describe them as pathetic or weak. They're weak. It's weak. It's weak. It's pathetic. It's weak. And a lot of the confusion behind us saying this comes from the fact that we do a very, very poor job at being able to explain what we mean when we say these things. And I kind of wrestled with it for a little bit myself. And instinctually, I knew what other women were saying. Like, I know what they meant. I know what we mean when we say it. But I couldn't explain it. So I wrestled with it for a little bit, and I found a way of being able to explain it so that way men and women alike can all be on the same level of understanding as it pertains to why hypersexual men are typically undesirable. So the reason why women say that hypersexual men, that lustful men are undesirable is because of how our minds work as women. So as women, we understand, even if we don't want to admit it at times, that we're physically not the strongest. We're aware of this. And so we have to make decisions in order to protect ourselves. And that's typically one of the biggest characteristics that a woman will identify that she wants in a partner. I want a provider. I want a protector. And essentially what she's saying is she wants a man who is a leader. And what's the one quality that no one, male or female, wants in a leader? Over-emotional. No one wants an over-emotional leader. No one. Now, typically men deem over-emotional to be any emotion that's viewed as feminine. So sadness, anxiety, things like that are typically deemed to be feminine presenting emotions. So whenever a woman is displaying those emotions, a man will call it her being over emotional. She's crying, she's sad because she saw a sad movie, or she saw a sad, some sort of sad story. Oh, she's being over emotional. She's feeling a little over emotional. But the truth is, over emotional is any emotion that is in excess, including the ones that are deemed to be masculine. So you can be overly angry, you can be overly prideful, and you can also be overly lustful as well. So in being an overly lustful man, you are an over emotional man. And an overly lustful man is any man who does not have structured parameters behind his lust, protecting his lust. And what I mean by structured parameters is things like marriage, right? There's a marital document, and there is that commitment and a bunch of commitments that follows this marriage that helps him stay directed in his lust, helps him, for lack of a better word, target his lust towards his wife specifically. So that way it's confined. So that's one of the forms of structure that is given to a man's lust that helps it stay within its parameters. And without these parameters, the lust runs wild and it becomes inefficient and even at times burdensome. And we as women acknowledge that because we do have a lot of responsibilities that we're supposed to have within the house and even outside of the house if she's a working woman. So we, in general, tend to have a lot of responsibilities that we have to attend to. And we're able to see that if this man is overly lustful, when I'm in the kitchen trying to make the cake for our child's birthday party where all of their friends are about to come over and celebrate with us, and he's supposed to be in the backyard blowing up the bounce house, instead of him doing what he's supposed to be doing and letting me do what I need to do, so that way we can get this party on the road, he's going to be, if he can't control himself, right? He's going to be in the kitchen trying to bother me. He's going to be trying to stop me from finishing my tasks and doing what I need to do because he can't control himself. So it's just inefficient and it's ineffective, and it tends to present as something burdensome. And as a leader, right, you need to be able to control yourself if you're going to have any say so over anyone else. Nobody would want a leader that can't control themselves, that can't rile in and discipline their lust. So there's so many different moving parts to it, but that's really the main concept. If you are a man and you are super lustful and you cannot control your lust, as in reel it in to one specific person, then it shows that there is a stain on your ability to lead that would make you ineffective for your wife and for your family, because your lust will take the reins when it comes to any of the various aspects of you being a protector. It's really an issue for women because of the reasons that I detailed just now. I hope that this provides a little bit more clarity. And if it doesn't, please ask questions down below, give your thoughts down below. And I'm even willing to make a part 2 if you guys want more of an explanation or you want more details or if I need to clarify anything.
All right. So first and foremost, she is very well spoken. She articulates her sentences very, very well. So kudos to her for that. Secondly, excuse me. Secondly, she sounds like she know what the hell she talking about. Don't take offense to this. Just kind of hear her out, because a lot of the shit that she's saying, it sounds very true, and it's stuff that men need to hear, because a lot of times men are in relationships and they are wondering why are they not getting respect from their significant other. It could be wife, girlfriend, lady friend with benefits. um, Either or, but a lot of men, they wonder why they aren't getting that respect factor from them, and it's literally just what she said. Some of y'all men out there are just overly emotional. As men, we are supposed to be protectors and leaders. As a protector and as a leader, being over emotional, like she said, is by far one of the least favorite traits, needed traits of a leader and a protector. As a protector, your job is to make your woman feel safe and secure, not make her feel unsafe and insecure. Now, don't get it twisted. Yes, there will be times where, shit is hot, You know what I mean? And y'all want to do what y'all do and shit like that. But that's not what she's talking about. What she's talking about is the overly sexualized man who just has this high sex drive, very, very lustful, and don't know when to turn that shit off. That's who she talking to. So, fellas, don't take offense to this. If anything, just open your third eye and peep game on this shit, because there's a lot of y'all out there that probably don't get that respect from y'all woman. And it may not even be because y'all overly sexual. It could just mean that they don't feel protected, or they don't respect you because you don't lead them the right way. You're not leading them the right way, or you know what I mean. You quick to react to shit versus like actually coming up with a game plan to solve the problem. You know what I mean? Y'all let me know what y'all think about this in the comment section. This is HxnchxTV. Like, comment, subscribe. I'll catch y'all on the next one. Peace.